Welcome back to Fox News. We have a very tragic alert for you right now. An incredible plane crash into the World Trade Center here at the lower tip of Manhattan.
It's believed the 737 has crashed into. There's speculation at this point, but at least 3 floors taken out, crashed into the side of the building.
I'm looking right now at the World Trade Center. There's a massive gaping hole on the second tower. It's about 15 stories from the roof. It's just unbelievable to look at. There's a massive hole.
It looks like something out of a movie. There's a huge hole in the side of tower number 1. The plane obviously went in on one side and came out the other. There's debris all over.
There was another one. We just saw another one. Another plane just flew into the second tower. This has to be deliberate, folks.
But this is a very sophisticated and obviously widespread, complex operation that was planned. It was very tightly held in the most sophisticated way.
Some of the key suspects come to mind. Osama bin Laden. We are looking at live pictures, folks. This is coming to you from the southern end of Manhattan, the World Trade Center. Both towers in flames, apparently hit by 2 separate jetliners. The FBI is now checking out reports of a hijacking just before this terrible incident occurred. It happened, the first one was hit just before 9 this morning. The second one hit a couple of minutes after 9.
Today we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
They believe the first plane may have been an American Airlines plane, a commercial jet, either a 737 or 757, and that it was a hijacked plane. This is what they believe. They're still trying to get this verified, but they did get some reports that there was an American Airlines plane that was hijacked en route from Boston to Los Angeles this morning.
Somebody call Cleveland. United 93, verify your portable 350. United 93, Cleveland. United 92, if you're at Cleveland Center, hijack, please. United 1523, did you hear screaming? Yes, I did, 797, and we couldn't tell what it was either. Okay. United 93, Cleveland, if you hear the sound, right down. The American 1060, you heard that also? Yes, sir, twice. Roger, we heard that also, thanks. I just wanted to confirm there wasn't some interference. I was just answering your call. We did hear that yelling too. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. Calling Cleveland Center, you're unreadable. Say again slowly. The airplane just said he had a bomb on board. Say again. Was that United 93? Yeah, that transition you said was unreasonable. It sounded like someone said they have a bomb on board. That's what we thought. We just we didn't get it clear. Is that United 93 calling? The captain would like to remain seated. We're on board and going to back to the airport and our demand to remain quiet. Okay, it's United 93 calling. United 93, understand there's a bomb on board. Go ahead. Equation 956, did you understand that transmission? Affirmative, he said there was a bomb on board. That aircraft, you can't get a hold of it. He turned to the east now? He's just turned to the east also.
The outlook from the nation's capital. This raises all kinds of questions about America's response.
I have spoken to the Vice President, to the Governor of New York, to the Director of the FBI, and have ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families.
Just last Friday, that the U.S. State Department put out a worldwide caution to American citizens traveling abroad and also to U.S. government facilities, and they said that terrorism knows no limits, whether it's on U.S. soil or outside.
We have reports that the White House is being evacuated, that the Pentagon is being evacuated as well. All of this coming on the heels of a large fire at the Pentagon, and we can't tell you at this moment whether that fire is inside the Pentagon building itself or on the ground to the Pentagon. We are also getting reports now that there is a fire on the Mall in Washington, that part of the Capitol that runs essentially from the Capitol to the White House in kind of a straight line going up Washington, D.C., and we have reports of a fire there. Here in New York, sirens everywhere, people out on the streets staring at this grotesque scene of the World Trade Center buildings.
The World Trade Center, 110 stories, literally starting to fall. It is falling apart as we watch these pictures live. This was the goal of the terrorist strike back in 1993.
Air travel in this country has come to a halt this morning, as clearly people in government, police forces, fire departments are trying to figure out what exactly is going on.
It appears that an aircraft of some sort did hit the side of the Pentagon.
We just lost the target on that aircraft. Do you have a visual on him now? We did, but we lost him at the turn. You can make a turn back to 220 heading. Let me know if you can see him. Yeah, he's still there. We got him for 956. He's still there? Hey, we're making a turn for 956. He appears to be heading right towards us. American 1060, do you see anybody northwest of you? Can you shoot back that farther? United 93, Cleveland, do you still hear the center? United 93, United 93, Cleveland. United 93, United 93, do you hear Cleveland Center?
Do you see any activity on your right side, smoke or anything like that?
Yeah, we do have a smoke puff now at about, probably 2 o'clock. It appears to be just a dark cloud, like a puff of black smoke.
And there's, you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing. Good Lord. There are no words. You can see large pieces of the building falling. You can see the smoke rising. You can see a portion of the side of the building now just being covered on the right side as I look at it, covered in smoke. This is just a horrific scene and a horrific moment.
It appeared that that Boeing 757 American Airlines jet landed short of the Pentagon. Can you give us any better idea of how much of the plane actually impacted the building?
You know, it might have appeared that way, but there's no evidence of a plane having crashed anywhere near the Pentagon. The only site is the actual side of the building that's crashed in, and as I said, the only pieces left that you can see are small enough that you could pick up in your hand. There are no large tail sections, wing sections, a fuselage, nothing like that anywhere around, which would indicate that the entire plane crashed into the side of the Pentagon.
Well, in speaking to people here at the Pentagon as they're being evacuated from the building, I am told by several people that there was in fact an explosion. I was told by one witness, an Air Force enlisted, senior enlisted man, that he was outside when it occurred. He said that he saw a helicopter circle the building. He said that it appeared to be a U.S. military helicopter and that it disappeared behind the building where the helicopter landing zone is. He then saw a fireball go into the sky. I'm attempting to make my way around to that side of the building in my car right now to see if I can get a better visual perspective on the scene on that side of the building, but I can tell you that security has certainly clamped down. The U.S. Park Police and other federal law enforcement department has arrived in force on the scene. There's a Park Police helicopter overhead. Every car that arrives at the gate where I was located was being stopped by officers at gunpoint. Everyone is being forced out of their vehicles as they arrive at the Pentagon. It's a very tense situation.
We are getting reports, and we are getting lots of reports, and we want to be careful to tell you when we have confirmed them and not. We have a report that a 747 is down in Pennsylvania, and that remains unconfirmed at this point, and so we will check on that.